Hello, hello, bonjour everyone. How are you all doing, beautiful people from YouTube? My name is Cyril. I used to be a stem cell researcher for quite some time, and this is why I can tell you about the science behind skincare ingredient. And for today's video, I am going to finally talk about a French brand, which is Caudalie. So I'm going to tell you the sort of truth. I know this is a little bit of a clickbait title. I mean, definitely, but I'm a YouTuber. I need to grow a little bit, so this is why. So usually when I do this type of videos, I either already love the brand, and so I'm going to show you some products or etc. Or I either do not really like the brand, or I should say the brand doesn't fit my standards, and this is why I'm not going to buy anything from them and etc. Because even though when you're looking at a list of ingredients, it doesn't tell you all about in a formula and etc. A good example is a moisturizer. You can check like the emollients. I can recognize like the emollients. I can recognize some of the humectants. I can also recognize the other ingredient that may be into the mix of etc. But I cannot exactly predict how well moisturizing it is going to be because I don't know the concentration and etc. All of it is, it's a little bit similar that when you are making a cake, if I give you the exact same ingredients, if I give the same ingredients to two different people, you are not going to have the same cake. So it is also the same, but still you can have, how can I say this, like some knowledge about a formula just by looking at the ingredients and see like if it is worth a try or not. So before diving into it, I'm going to ask you, like in general, what are you looking for when you are buying your skincare, really? Like, tell me in the comment because I'm really curious. So for me and for the content that I provide here, what I look is a different blend, I would say, of things. The first thing I have to say is more focused towards, I would say, efficacy and science-based ingredient. I'm not necessarily against a formula that has like some new ingredients that don't necessarily have any science about it. I mean, the most recent one that I can think of is the new one from Paula Choi, the 20% niacinamide, that I've always talked about it. This is 100% anecdotal. I do find that on myself. And I've also asked you on my Instagram, by the way, you should follow me on Instagram, that if you did notice any reduction of the size of your pores, and some of you did, but because there is no science, I cannot really predict it. But I do like to have brands and products that are using, I would say, ingredients that have like some science about it, at least, or most of it. Then I'm going to look for brands that are mostly fragrance-free, free of essential oils, free of derivative of essential oils, those type of ingredients that are here, of course, for, I would say, the sensoriality. I might say it right, maybe don't, but I mean like for the pleasure, because it smells good and etc. I mean, I do prefer to avoid them on the face, and this is for different reasons. I should film like a new video about it, because some of you, even though this is not the majority, you can just react to it, you can be sensitized to it, even worse, you can have an allergy to it. Another thing is that simply when you have a smell is not universal. Some of you are going to love it, some of you are going to be like, okay, others are going to be like, oh my god, this just stink. So just for this, I do find that I'm just more inclusive if I provide recommendations that are fragrance free, and also it's just safer. When I say safer, I do know that the perfume that I put in the market, they are really well controlled. So of course they are not going like to burn your skin or etc. Of course not. There are regulation, hopefully. So science first, fragrance free, essential oil free, not a lot of botanical ingredient that may sensitize your skin. And then I'm going to look, of course, for texture. If I can have a product that is very sense-based, but has like a beautiful texture that feels so good on the skin and that is fragrance-free, I will be all for it. What I also like to look when I look at a brand in general, I look at do they have like functional ingredient? Are they using like state-of-the-art ingredients? Do I find like retinoids, for example? Not necessarily retinol, but do they have like retinoids in general? Are they using good acids? Are they using vitamin C derivatives, and etc.? Are they using niacinamide, for example, and etc.? And you will see with Caudalie, I mean, all of those stuff, they are not here. Most of it, the way that the formula are done, they are fragrant. I've tried like a long time ago, but I also tried them like just in the shop to smell them. They do smell. They are quite fragrant. Definitely, they're also using derivative of essential oils in a lot of their product. I mean, the texture is very nice for sure, but they are not using any state-of-the-art ingredient. You don't have like any, like I said, any acids, any retinoids, despite the fact that some of their products, they have like some crazy claims, like the new one, the Cashmere cream, whatever, they tends to redensify your skin and etc. I mean, when I look at the ingredient, I'm like, no, I'm sorry, but no. I mean, you need to believe the brand that they do. So yeah, so basically I'm not going to recommend you those type of product. Now, of course, before I start, if you have like one, I don't know what moisturizer from them, one product from them that you absolutely adore, because this product makes you happy, and you don't have any sign of irritation, please keep on using it. But I am not going to recommend it on my channel. Another thing that I've looked is their sunscreen, and oh my god, their sunscreen are not really good. The filter that they are using, the filter combination is and they also don't have any SPF 50 plus. I mean, if you are new to my channel, by the way, welcome and hi and thank you. You will know that I only recommend for you SPF 50 plus. I am very, and I'm aware of this, I am very, very exigent with sunscreen protection, because I do think that this is of utmost important. Whatever your skin color is, whatever your skin type is, I will always try to have recommendation that will be beneficial for you and that will be the best regarding sunscreen protection. So now I'm just going to highlight some products and tell you why I'm not going basically to buy them, and why I don't think that Caudalie is an amazing brand, and why I also basically think that it is not worth a try. If you do want to try a product from Caudalie, maybe try one for the body, because if you do like the smell, like they have a very famous oil, I do not remember the name, but I mean, if you like the fragrance and etc., you can use on your body as long as you're not sensitive to the perfume and the derivative of essential oils. So the first one that I want to highlight is, I'm going to say the name in French, it's the Crème Cashmere Redensifiante, which is the firming cashmere cream. So firming ingredients, very, very tricky. I mean, the gold standards are, of course, retinoids with tretinoids, retinol, most likely retinaldehyde, the new derivatives like Granactive, for example. You don't have any in this cream, like none. Then it could be vitamin C, even though it is not really demonstrated. Most likely vitamin C, so L-ascorbic acid, and maybe its derivatives are going to help, but I'm really not sure about it. You also have peptides like the famous Matrixyl 3000, which is actually 2 peptides, and others. And again, you are not going to find them in this cream. So if we just have a look at this cream, the important component in any moisturizer are the emollients / occlusive, and also the humectants. And to have an excellent moisturizer, you need to have a blend of it. Of course, it is going to be skin dependent. So in this one, you have the first one, which is cocoa caprylate, which is basically an alternative to silicone. I have absolutely no issue with silicone, but why not? I mean, why not using this one? Then we have caprylic capric triglyceride, okay, which is a blend, a botanical blend of free fatty acid that you also find naturally on the skin, so absolutely no problem. You have another emollient, which is octyldodecyl myristate. You have shea butter. I mean, I love shea butter. Actually, it is an extract of shea butter. You have cetrialyl alcohol. Again, I have absolutely no problem with it. The blend of humectants, which is probably where I think it is missing, but I cannot be sure of it. Like I have said in the beginning, it's botulinum glycerin. You also have at the end hyaluronic acid. I'm not sure that this moisturizer will contain enough humectant. When you use a moisturizer that really plump up your skin, it means that they are enough humectant to really plump your skin and make your skin plumper, because it does increase the water content in the surface of your skin. What else? Here the emulsifier, because you are blending, when you are making a moisturizer, you are blending lipids with water-based ingredients, so you need something to bond the two, so you need emulsifier, which are a type of molecule that have a head that love water, another head that love fat. So in this one, this is a blend. This is probably, they are probably using one from the provider, the manufacturer, probably it's the better word in English, from Lucas Meyer, which is the Biophilic HMB. This is the brand name, and this one contains C1216 alcohols with hydrogenated lecithin and palmitic acid. This is probably what they are using, and they'll also use a co-emulsifier, which is probably the potassium cetyl phosphate. In this one, they also use pigments. I'm like, this is skincare, this is not makeup. So this is why I do think that most Caudalie products, they are more like for the sensoriality. So the look of it, because it looks nice, because they use pigment like titanium pigment, they use also mica pigment, tin oxide also, which is another type of pigment. So they really focus on the texture, the smell, of course, and how it is going to look on the skin. You also have perfume, 3 derivative of essential oils that has to be listed separately under the name perfume, which is linalool, limonene, and coumarin. So be careful if you are sensitive to them. So the only proper active one that is only found in Caudalie. I didn't find any scientific literature on it. So again, I cannot really comment on it, which is the palmitoyl grapevine shoot extract. So yeah, if you go also to their website, they show you like a graph, and they also advertise that this ingredient is more potent than retinol. I'm like, girl or guy, I mean, no, please. When you're looking at this, they use, it is in French, I'm going to translate it, but they said that one is the negative control toward the other one, so it means that it is most likely in vitro. I'm like, give me in vivo, not in vitro. Anyway, I don't have a lot of faith. I mean, the price of it is not overly priced, because it basically retails for less than 40 euros, so yeah. I won't recommend it anyway. Another one, which is the same idea, this is the Serum Vino Perfect Éclat Anti-Tache. So in English, this is the Radiance Serum Complexion Correction. I mean, again, in this one, the only active ingredient will be palmitoyl grapevine shoot extract. You have bisabolol, but I mean, when you're suffering from hyperpigmentation, I've already made a couple of videos about it. This is just a nightmare to get rid of, whatever your skin color is. Actually, if you are a people of color and you have very sensitive hyperpigmentation, this is a nightmare, really, to get rid of it. I know it for a fact, because a lot of people in my private circle, like my partner, for example, he's a people of color, he does have hyperpigmentation, so I really know the struggle, I really understand. For me, it is very difficult to find, especially sunscreen that are suitable for people of color, which drives me absolutely crazy. Like, brands, they have to step up their game and be more inclusive. Really, it's very, very difficult to find a sunscreen that doesn't have a white cast. Anyway, that is not the topic of today, but I really, really understand it. Again, there is only like one ingredient. I have a whole video dedicated to hyperpigmentation, so I would not bother. Another one that is way too expensive for what it is, this is the Premier Cru Le Sérum. I mean, this one basically contains niacinamide, and you don't even know the active. This is also another thing that I really don't like. Even though they do have some product like exfoliating product that contains like some acid, you don't have the concentration, which I really dislike. It's very important to know the concentration, especially when a brand puts like a sort of treating serum in a way. So in that case, we do need the concentration of acids, of actives, especially for those of you who can be sensitive to them. If you want to know, like, I cannot tolerate 10% niacinamide, but 5% is fine. I mean, in this one, you don't even know the concentration, and if it is like below 1%, maybe it's not going to be really efficient. So yeah, and the overall brand is really like this. For me, it's more gimmicky. It is definitely catered to those of you who are really into having like a product that smells good, that feels good, and etc. If you do want to incorporate one, what I would personally do is first build, I would say, a scientific base skincare to obtain results. once you have this, you can try one of those moisturizer that smells good and etc. and see how your skin react to it. But yeah, overall, this is not a brand that I will recommend. So comment down below, tell me if you want me to do more video like this one, tell me your thoughts, tell me also if you have ever tried one of the products from Caudalie. And yeah, basically that's it. So give it a thumbs up if you did like the video. Also if you're new, subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. You can also check my Instagram accounts. I have one in English, one in French. The content is not exactly the same, so if you do happen to understand French, you can also check my French account. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Au revoir.